What if I told you that the DIO we saw in part 3 wasn't even close to his real potential? Because when you look at only the animated parts of JoJo that DIO was in, parts 1, 3 and 6, DIO leaves behind a trail of hints pointing to one thing: he was evolving fast, and he was only halfway done. Today, I'm breaking down the theory that DIO was building toward a final form, a version of himself that would have surpassed even Made in Heaven, and the anime quietly shows us every step. DIO's first upgrade is simple. The stone mask turns him into a vampire. But here's the key point most people miss. The mask doesn't randomly give you powers. It customizes your body based on what threatens you. The Pillarmen used it to evolve past the sun. DIO used it to evolve past Hamon. Everything it upgraded specifically counters Hamon users. His body regenerates instantly, countering Hamon damage. He becomes physically superior, countering Hamon martial arts. And his fluids become poisonous, punishing close range Hamon strikes. So the mask is DIO's first adaptive evolution, automatically building him towards the next step. And the anime hints that this wasn't a one and done change. DIO's body keeps refining itself as the story goes on. But then we jump to part 3. And something weird happens. The world does not match DIO's personality. You see, stands tend to reflect the user. Jotaro reflects Star Platinum in its precision and discipline. Kakyoin represents Hierophant Green in its range and control. And Avdol is similar to Magician's Red with its straightforward attack power. But DIO, he's manipulative, strategic and controlling. He's not a brute force brawler. Yet the world is exactly that, a powerhouse close range stand, almost identical to Star Platinum. So how did he unlock a stand that doesn't match him? Because DIO isn't the user, Jonathan's body is. And since stand abilities come from a person's spirit, the anime implies the world is more connected to Jonathan's nature than DIO's. That's why it resembles Star Platinum. This is DIO's second evolution, not something he built, but something he stole. And because it's only a partial match to him, the world is probably incomplete. This explains why DIO was obsessed with one thing: finding the path to heaven, because he knew the world could evolve beyond what it currently was. But here's where part 6 makes everything explode. In part 6, we learn DIO actually created an entire system of evolution for stands, a structured path to unlock God tier powers. He understood stand psychology, biology, and how to manipulate the soul. This is the moment the anime confirms something huge. DIO wasn't done evolving. He was learning how to turn the world into a god. He tells Pucci a stand can evolve as long as the user believes. He had learned that belief, fate manipulation, and soul harmony can push a stand into new forms. And he had a partner, someone he viewed almost as family, who perfectly matched the one piece DIO lacked: compatibility. Pucci and DIO together are basically two halves of one evolution system. DIO brings immortality, brute force, and stand potential to the table, whereas Pucci brings soul control, fate manipulation, and precise belief. Together, they can create Made in Heaven. But here's the twist almost everyone misses. Made in Heaven is not Pucci's unique form, it's DIO's plan, DIO's path, and his blueprint for himself. Pucci simply ran it because DIO was defeated before he got the chance. So here's the core of the theory, the part the anime completely supports. Made in Heaven isn't DIO's final form, it's DIO's intended next step. But the world evolving into a heaven form wouldn't look like Pucci's versions. It would use Jonathan's body and Joseph's bloodline traits. The world already manipulates time by stopping it. Made in Heaven manipulates time by accelerating it. Combine those two extremes, you get a stand that freezes time, accelerates time, and manipulates causality. And the craziest part, it has DIO's immortal body as the anchor. This creates something insanely broken, a stand that controls time flow itself, not just one direction. So instead of the world over heaven, which is non-canon material, the anime supported version looks more like the world Ultima. The name's a work in progress. Its abilities would revolve around complete time authority, stopping time, accelerating time, slowing time, reversing time, and being able to layer parallel moments. It would also have perfect soul synchronization between Jonathan's body, DIO's ambition, and the method to attain heaven. Finally, it would be an awakened stand through belief, exactly what Pucci used to evolve Whitesnake to Sea Moon, finally to Made in Heaven. The anime's biggest hint that this is real? DIO calls the world incomplete in Stone Ocean flashbacks. He outright says he's still evolving. Sadly, he died mid-process. To wrap things up, Here's every animated clue the theory is based on. Number 1. In part 1 of the series, the stone mask evolves the user to counter threats. Number 2. In part 3, the world is a mismatched stand, implying it has incomplete development. Furthermore, Dio studies souls, time, and fate, concepts way beyond simple stand usage. Number 4. In part 6, Dio's diary proves he discovered a universal stand evolution method, and Pucci outright states Made in Heaven was Dio's dream, not his. And finally, number 6. In part 6, Dio specifically claims his stand has greater potential that he never fully unlocked. Put these together, the anime practically confirms that the world we saw was just the beta version. So that's the theory. Dio wasn't a finished character. By the time he fought Jotaro, he was a work in progress, climbing toward a final form he never got the chance to reach. And honestly, considering how powerful Pucci became with Dio's hand-me-down evolution plan, it's terrifying how close Dio was to becoming unstoppable. If you want more deep dive JoJo theories like this, check out my other JoJo video on my channel, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next one. Also, comment down below what video you want me to make next, a JoJo breakdown or some other anime you prefer.